Hello everyone, welcome back to this new tutorial. It's nice to meet you again. It's been a while since I've done a new tutorial. So I'm happy to find you with this subject which we're gonna learn today. This is how to create a nice cobble, nice gravel using Luxcore displacement feature. So I have already covered this topic before using this feature to create a kind of mountain, but this time we're gonna create some more architectural and more common usage of this feature. So at the end you will be able to create this kind of effect. So let's start. It will be quick and easy. The first thing to do is to add your geometry, and here I have created this sun, this simple, and we need to put this gravel on the hole, the cut here. So the first thing you need to do is to add a plane. So we have a perfect squared geometry. Okay, so I need to place my plane somewhere over here. So I have this nice aligned geometry, and I need to duplicate this plane around so that I can cover the entire cut. Okay, I use for this array modifier, and it will help us to cover all the hole. Okay, this is nice. Apply and apply. Then we need to remove all the remain vertices, and we see that the geometry is outside a bit of our cut. So let's add some more geometry so that we can remove remaining face that are outside of the box. So let's remove this one and the vertices here. Nice. Okay, as we can see, we get something pretty nice, and I can change a bit my cut here so that we cover all the cobble geometry. Okay, nice. So we have this cut. Let's remove the length information here, and we have simple cuts. As you can see, it is not enough to create this kind of detail, so we're gonna use the Luxcore feature for this kind of effects. We don't need to go in special mode like in cycle. For example, you need to be in experimental. In Luxcore, you just use the 2.5 version and it's enough. And then we need to create it using a material node. So create new material, rename it to gravel. And as our gravel will be shiny, I will go to something like Disney. It is more common for cycle user, and it is displacement, not vector displacement. So I go here, shape, and add 8 displacement instead of vector. And our geometry need to be reshaped, so we need a subdivision node to subdivide the geometry to have more information, and default number level of subdivision is 2. And we also need a texture, the displacement texture. It is a texture that you get in common software, in common texture package, and I have downloaded one of them. Yeah, you can get some free texture, and this one I get it on the Arrowhead texture library. This one is free to download, so I will put the link in the description, and you see it is the map for the displacement. And as it is a map for displacement, I don't need to apply gamma, so I go for non-color data. You put 1 here, it is just enough, and you get all the information going there. So let's see how it look with our level 2 of displacement. So I choose another layer, and change my render settings to make it progressive so the render starts more quickly. Okay, render. I will also, as you are able to see, not only that we don't have enough geometry, but we need also to set our UV mapping so we have the correct size of the cobble according to the size of the geometry. And also we can see that the scale of the geometry, the displacement scale, is a bit too strong. Okay, so we're gonna fix this. And the first need to fix it, first I remove here, so I disable the displacement map, and I will put the texture over here, so I will be able to visualize how the texture is applied to the geometry. As you can see, it look like we are not far from the final result because the cobble are not so big, but they seem to me to be a little big, so I will change the UV distribution here. Just kill this one and you have this. And I need to unwrap project from view, have the correct unwrapping, put here. I load the name of my texture, copy it here and paste, and here I am. Let's go for something like this to start. Let's see texture preview, and you see we have very big cobble, and let's reduce the size to something like this. Okay, I think it is now the size of the cobble compared to the furniture is good. We can start with this one. Okay, and I remove my texture here because it's not meant to be a color texture but a displacement texture. And let's reduce here to 0.15 so we don't have a very strong displacement. And let's increase the level to have more detail, something like 4. You also have to be careful with this number according to the original subdivision you have on your original mesh. So go step by step, one by one. Here I'm sure that 4 will be enough and not very aggressive on my RAM memory, so I can start with this one, render result, and let's see again. Okay, the render is going to start, and you can see that we are not only very strong, but we don't have enough detail on the surface. So what we're gonna do is to apply we go to change the origin to geometry, so we have the origin in the center, and I want also to place the geometry a bit down compared to the current position, GZ 5 centimeter down or more, 8 centimeter down or 7 centimeter down. And I also need to reduce the scale here. I think it is a bit stronger, and I want to add a bit more data here. I can go with 6, I don't know, let's go with 5, step by step, so we don't break our the amount. As you can see here, I still have enough memory left, and we start to get some detail. Okay, so maybe we need one more subdivision. Add one. Let's render, and I can also open my GPU-Z so I can monitoring the GPU memory. As you can see, we still use a very small amount of memory for the size and the number of triangle we have in the scene. So I think we are a bit close, but look like we need more data. We need more geometry here. So I will put something like 7 and see what happens. It's launched a bit quickly currently. The current subdivision is uniform, so there is currently no adaptivity. We will talk about it just right after we get the correct amount of subdivision. And let's see again on the GPU Z. Okay, yes, always. Okay, we start to get some nice cobble looking result. And here we have enough memory left. Okay. I think I will add more data, more subdivision, and also I start to see some repeating pattern. You see the line here. So how you can break it is by selecting your geometry, go in UV editor and turn your geometry to something like 30 degrees. So you remove the repeating pattern. Okay, and let's see what happened again. It also seems that my geometry are a bit bigger compared to this one here, but let's finish the render and see what happened. Okay. This time around took a bit more time and we lose some memory again, around 1 gigabyte because it's still not adaptive. And as I say, it's still look like we don't have the correct size, I think. Okay, and we need more displacement, more scale here, so that the gravel pop up a bit more. So let's go for something like 0.2. Okay, and also I need to increase the size of the UV geometry here so that we get a smaller cobble. Let's go to 1.25. Okay, something like this. Render again. Okay, let's increase a bit the size of the window so you can correctly see how it is changing. Okay. We are going step by step so we don't break the memory, as we are not adding some adaptivity. And as I said before, if you are going to use Luxcore displacement, you don't need to add a kind of subsurface or multi-resolution node here. And like we are too strong on the geometry, we are too strong on the scale factor, so let's go back to the original setting. So maybe something like 0.12, and also we need now to add some adaptivity. And you have for adaptivity the setting over here. The settings is responsible to decimate, to adapt the geometry of the subdivision according to the screen, the pixel screen. So let's say you put 1, this will completely remove all the data we have here. Okay, you see it is completely flat. Okay, because it is too aggressive. So you have to put a very small value. Okay, let's put something like this one. So this will be our error level in the adaptivity we have, and let's see how it's look. I hope this time it will be better. Okay, start looking great, and we can see how the memory is reacting to this. Okay, still enough memory left, and I think this one is nice. Okay, we need simply now to reduce the to put the geometry a bit down. GZ 0.04 centimeter down, or 2 centimeter down. Okay, something like this. And now let's add the texture, color texture. Put your color over here, and you have sometime uh, a AR and a normal texture. So let's put the normal texture. And also, one tip is not to go to the preview when you have so much geometry level on your geometry and your material. If you do that, you are going to have some kind of a break or crash. So if you want to look for the for the shader, you have to disable here currently and look how your shader look, or you can still put the displacement, but if you do that you will have to reduce it furthermore, but it's not very important, so keep it like this. And you can also mix the color here, color map. So we are going to mix the diffuse map and the AO map like this. We take the AO map and put it over here. Let's go for 50-50. Okay, something like this. And this time around we can launch the render and hope to get a good result. I also have a depth of field here, so I will remove it so we can clearly see how good are the displacements. We launch the render for the X time, and I hope this time around to be good. Da 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 da. Okay, it starts, and you can see, we clearly see how the carbon are here, and it still look like we have very big carbon. So yes, compared to this one, like we are a bit 2 times bigger. So it is almost the only thing to solve before we go forward. So I think we get already a pretty good result. I can just reduce the size of the cover by increasing the size of the normal map here. Okay, not the normal map, the UV map. Okay, increase by 1.5. Okay, I hope it is not too small. Okay, render again. Okay, it starts to be a bit This is really small now, but look also like we have a very strong scale as we reduce the size of the yes, start to be too strong over here. So the scale compared to the size, so we just need now to reduce the scale here. Okay, reduce the scale by something 0.0 now 7 or 0.06. 0.07 it will be a good value. I hope so. And render again. Yes, yes. This time around, I think it is the correct amount of geometry and the correct amount of scale, and we get the nice looking result. We can let it render a bit more time so that we have more information to judge. And I think it is really nice, and we don't lose too much data for it. Let's open here 2.949. Okay, so maybe we can reduce the amount here using this maximum edge screen size. This will reduce the amount of required geometry to get to the same result. So now we can maybe improve it. So let's compare and add a huge value here. Something like this, maybe. I think it is a bit strong, and we will see some error, but maybe not. So this value is here to reduce the amount of required geometry to reach the same level of detail. So let's see. I think we still kept some detail, but also we lose a bit. Yes, you can see here the cobble are more rounded, more defined, and here it's not really nice. So, and how much memory we save here? We save a lot of memory. So you will have to judge between with this value to see how much memory you want to lose. So I think for this scene we need a bit more memory. So let's put a 0 here and put a 5 here. So we reduce the level of error in the decimation, so we can still get some nice results and keep some geometry around. Okay, I think this time around is good. Okay, almost similar to the non-optimized version. And what is about the memory? Yes, we still save some memory compared to the almost 3 GB. We are around 2 GB. So I think this is a good compromise and we get the nice result. And if we compare to the first result here, you can see that here we have bigger cobble, which normally required less geometry, and here we have very tiny cobble. So for this tutorial example, we go even further and we still get some pretty nice memory save using this max edge feature here. And I want to show you something during my test. There is another feature here. It is this node called simplify, and currently have to talk to the dev, but this simplify node tend to slow down the export time, and I feel it a bit unpredictable. So I will advise you to stay on this node for the subdivision level and use this error uh, value here to reduce the amount of required geometry to make your cobalt. So thank you for watching this tutorial, and I hope it helped you, and see you later.